Hello friends, what's up? This is Ron here and the update is here and I'm back with a lot of information that I need to share with you. And honestly, netmarble has really kicked the ball out of the park with this update because there will be a ton of free things, including a bunch of free BS memories for you, my friends. So let's go and check out the updates one by one. And first things first, let's start with the characters, because the characters are not only here for the second time, actually it's for the third time because they are coming for the third time, but they are revamped. They have actually buffed the characters to a good extent. And for Omega Rugal, as you can see, the X boost skills are available, but of course you need to obtain 3 character memories in order to unlock these X skills. So I'm just not going to talk about these things right now, because as you can see, you can read this from the description of course, but from the existing skills they have already been improved, because as you can see from this Kaiser wave skill they have added this bloodshed, and now this skill is going to apply bloodshed for 8 seconds to the target upon landing a hit, and guard included. That means you can actually get this dot by just applying your guard as well, and this will last for 8 seconds. And previously Omega Rugal had bleeding in his skills, but that was not a lasting effect, but now it is going to last for 8 seconds. Along with it is going to deal bleed damage equal to 45% of attack every 1 second and decrease HP recovery by 80%. So this is going to be useful against all those characters who are getting those heals. Now the next skill is going to inflict damage equal to 732% of attack, gain hyper armor and super armor, damage immunity, and 70% chance to reset skill cooldowns upon a successful attack. And there is a bunch of PvP exclusive also added. There is a 70% chance to remove the target super armor, hyper armor thing. This is of course new to him. And now notice one thing, that they have did certain things. Probably this is going to be applied to all the fighters, because as you see, this is the default finisher Distraction Omega, and to use this default finisher you need to have 3PG to use. Let me show you in a quick succession, and this is going to be the Distraction Omega. That is the default finisher of the character. Now this has nothing to do with the 3PG, and previously we were allowed to use it without any equipping any 3PG card or something like that. But looks like netmarble now really wants us to pull for those 3PG cards and equip them, because without that 3PG card you cannot use this default finisher too. And of course there are other finishers like the Kaiser Phonics, that is the actual 3PG of the character. Of course you need to have the 3PG for that, but using the default with the 3PG it doesn't really make any sense, but this is what has been done, so we have to maintain these rules. And next there are other 3PGs and everything, and they have kept the striker skill as same. Now let's check out the course. And 30% PG gain, critical rate of 2.4%, which is comparatively lower than the latest BS characters. Attack increase, blast skill enhance increase, strike skill. So he has both blast and strike skill enhance. So this is kind of interesting, because he will be getting 6% and 8% increase of blast and strike skill, penetration increase, and king. And this, look at this score, my friends. King of Fighters 95 level 3 becomes immune to stun and fear. Becomes immune to stun and fear means freaking amazing character in the PvP arena, and this is going to be immune to all those characters who are using those CC effects like stun and fear. And also, by the way, this character is now going to be very useful against the colossal the guild boss that is known as the Wary Colossal, who usually stuns each and every characters. And this Omega Rugal has his immunity to stun in the core, so that is going to be pretty damn useful. and of course he is going to deal bleed damage equal to 300% of attack to target upon landing a skill. That means what, my friends? He is having bleeding in his core. So we are having the first character in the game who will be having bleeding in the core, and of course this is going to be immensely useful against those bosses who are weak against bleeding. And increase of course increase active skill damage to bleeding targets by 170%. That means this character is going to deal a lot of damage because all of his hits and skills are going to deal bleeding to the target, and therefore this 170% increase of attack is always going to be applicable. Next core right here, Omega Rugal syndrome, that is going to decrease targets damage dealt by 40% for 7 seconds and increase their damage received by 40% for 7 seconds upon landing an active skill with a cooldown of 12 seconds. That means all the way this character is going to deal a lot more damage. Now let's check out our immortal god Orochi. Boy, this guy needs a buff. So let's check out what buffs are he is getting. And of course you can see these amazing X skills which we cannot unlock or anything, but if we have 3 character memories, which I will definitely talk about it later, that there is actually free memories in the game. And in the skills he is going to get this PvE exclusive, that is reset cooldown for active skills, decrease cooldown for active skills by 80% for 13 seconds, which is going to be freaking amazing because his skill cooldown duration is going to be decreased. And in this skill, this Honosusori X, this is going to inflict damage equal to 702% of attack, becomes immune to damage for 4 seconds. This is going to be very useful. And also an PvP exclusive, disable target's active skill for 4 seconds. And most importantly, this skill is going to apply radiant to target for 7 seconds upon landing a skill, guard included. And that means radiant is the better version of starlight. So this character is going to deal starlight from now. I am so happy for this because I have imagined this character having starlight about like a year ago. I wanted this, and now looks like this is happening. Now other skills are all about attack increase, 80% chance to ignore the target's guard, gaining hyper armor, super armor, removing hyper armor, super armor. And look at this, my friends. This skill right here is going to 70% chance to remove target's hyper armor or shield upon landing a hit. So this is one of those rare characters in the game who can actually remove the opponent's shield with his hit. And this is, notice that this is a hit, this is not even a critical hit or anything. So there is 70% chance for this character to remove any shield from any characters, and that can be really crucial, my friends. And of course, as you can see, for his default and for his normal finisher, everything, you need to have this 3PG. Need 3PG to use. You will just need to have this 3PG for using his default and all of his finishers. Now let's go and check out the course. Once again, 30% PG gain, critical rate, attack increase, both strike and blast skills in this case as well, penetration, and King of Fighters 97. This core right here is going to increase attack by 8% and penetration by 600 for 5 seconds for each attack, and it stacks up to 5. And notice that it is going to gain 10% power when combo count is 20 or above. So that's good, and it has an overall cooldown of 10 seconds. And it is going to also decrease active skill cooldown by 0.2 seconds when attacking targets affected by starlight. So pretty decent core right here, because having active skill cooldown reduction in the core always helps. And by the way, this character has a lot of skill reset options, so this is going to be a very easy character to play with. The next core right here, 70% chance to reset cooldown of blast active skill upon landing Utushawi X with a cooldown of 10 seconds. Once again, a lot of reset option right here. increase active skill damage dealt to target affected by Starlight by 55%. So lot of support for the Starlight here, but unfortunately this character is not having Starlight in the core as Rugal does. So yeah, still a pretty decent character right now, because with all the reset skill and active skill damage increase, these sort of things, of course this character is going to do a good damage of course, but overall Rugal is going to be the higher damage dealer and the better character of the two, because first of all he is having dot in the core, and he is of course immune to fear and stun, these sort of things, and of course he is an attack type character, so he will deal a lot more damage. So if you are trying to pull for this character, so this Rugal is going to help you in the very colossal or as an overall damage dealer. But if you want some help in the Starlight division, for example, let's say in guild boss in Rugal in lunatic mode, you will get help from the Orochi. Now let's talk about the cards, and honestly this is not a good set at all, and I would advise that don't go for this, because this is just a set that is not a PvE friendly. This is basically a PvP set, and some attack increase, some PvP exclusive gains 2% power, and PvP exclusive decrease damage received by 20%. This is not a good set, I would say, and I don't really care about this set. I would advise you to do the same. And this option card is probably the only good card in the banner beside the 3PGs, because this card is going to increase attack by 5%, decrease skill cooldown by 1.2 seconds, and as a special effect it has a 50% chance to increase attack by 13% for 5 seconds upon landing a strike skill. Now there is a bunch of great characters in the game. For example, like Rugal himself has some strike skill, Orochi has some strike skill as well. Also some great characters in the game, BS Nameless, BS Leona, they are having those strike skills, and I always use this card with both my Nameless and Leona, so try to get this card if possible. It is a good card. Now this is the 3PG for BS Orochi, and now previously we were able to use the in-game 3PGs also in the character, but honestly this 3PG is definitely better. This is going to deal a lot more damage, and as you can see there is also a bonus effect right here. This is going to decrease damage received by 12% for 10 seconds after using Maraukar X. So this is a decent finisher. Try to get this if possible. If not, you can actually use the free finishers from the game as well, especially the one that you can get from the Epic Quest episode 0 from the fake Orochi. That finisher can also do well. But in the case of Rugal, this Kaiser Phoenix, this is the 3PG of Omega Rugal or BS Rugal, and this is kind of very useful for him, because there is not a single good finisher in the game for any of Rugals. There is a Rugal 98 in the game, but he doesn't really have a good finisher. So this finisher is, I would say, this is the most important one, and if you are trying to use BS Rugal in your battles, then this finisher is kind of very important for you. And as a bonus effect, this is going to recover HP by 8% when using Kaiser Phoenix. So this is going to recover your HP, and as Rugal is an attack type character, so this HP increase will definitely going to support him a lot. And of course, as you can see that you can actually select this pickup that by pressing this select pickup option, and you can select your favorite cards right here. There is all the different cards available in the banner, and you just select your favorite character card before summoning, and also the same happens in the character selections. There is a bunch of other characters available in the summons. Just go ahead and select your favorite character or the character you want to have, and you just will be able to get this increased rate than the other characters. See, all the other characters having 0.057%, while this Omega Rugal, because I selected him, he is having this increased chance. Now my friends, let's go and check out other options. What are we having? first of all, we are having this out of bounds rush dungeon, and of course there are 3 stages like always, and only the first stage has been unlocked, and all you need is to just use these characters, as you can see, including BS Orochi, BS Rugal, and all those cards, whatever you have in your disposal, just to get the maximum amount of coins. And let's check out the shop and look at this, my friends. Look at this, what a beautiful shop is this. And they are actually offering a free Omega Rugal memory. I mean a BS memory. Can you believe it? Can you believe it, my friends? It will need an immense amount of coins for sure. And while farming for this, keep in mind that actually the collaboration is ahead of you. So usually in the collaboration shops, they will offer a bunch of things, including cards and all those stuffs. But boy, definitely farm this memory. Of course, definitely farm this memory, because it's just only one memory available, and probably I'm just going to ignore all the other stuffs. I'll just go for this memory. But this one as well, this 5 to 6 star battle card summon tickets, it's also going to be pretty amazing. And we are also having all those face memory selectors, some souls, some gold memory, these character summon tokens, battle card summon tokens, hammers, and other stuffs. Just try to ration your APs, because my friends, you will need an immense amount of APs to farm for this memory, and I'm not really sure how many things you will be how many APs you will be available, you will have in your disposal to farm for other things. But first, try to prioritize the memory, I would say. Next, we are having this boss syndrome, that is the tower missions, and of course you need boss syndrome Orochi and Rugal, or any one of those characters to unlock this. And you guys know, you have played this in previous events, and as I have both, I have already unlocked these missions. And let me just show you what are the rewards we are having. And honestly, in the initial levels, we are not really having many good rewards. As you can see, some souls, capsules, blah 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 stuff, nothing really important, some hammers, skip tickets. But once you reach at level, once you reach the level 22, you will be able to get this battle card, that is a BS battle card, and it will give you, like previously, all these boss syndrome character set cards. As you can see, this transcendental being, the city of darkness, the behind the veil, burning this boss syndrome volume 4 set, and of course all the option cards. And of course they haven't added the boss syndrome volume 5 set cards or option cards. So only set cards and option cards up to volume 4, which is of course pretty decent, I would say. And after at level 23, now you will be getting nothing. Level 24, some hammers. Level 25, nothing. Let me check. And level 28, you will be getting another of those cards with the same rewards. So you are getting 2 of those boss syndrome summon tickets at stage 22 and 28, and at stage 29 you will be getting a memory summon ticket. Look at this, all these memories up to boss syndrome banner, boss syndrome banner 4 or volume 4, all those characters, but there is nothing from volume 5. You can get actually any one of them, and it is kind of guaranteed. How freaking amazing is that? But wait, my friends, and the last, at the final reward, you will be getting a free BS Orochi memory. It is not even a selector or not even a summon ticket or anything, just direct you will be getting this memory. So this is a pretty dope shop, I would say, and you will be able to unlock this shop once you have the characters. So try your best to reach as much as high as possible. I'll be playing and I will be letting you know that what are the perks of it. And next, my friends, we are having this dispatch system that is located here. As you can see beside the fame, just tap on the dispatch and here it is. And this is basically, you need to send a bunch of fighters to an unknown mission, and you don't have to worry about it. Just let me show you. You just select on any of them and select your characters from the list. For example, let's select random characters. You don't have to worry about it. Just pay attention to the required awakened level that is asking. Some mission will require awakened level characters more than 11 and this sort of stuffs. And of course I will not be able to send any one of them because my dispatch tickets are over, because as you can see I have sent 3 3 teams in their separate missions, and they will need certain hours to complete them. Say this one will need 2.49 hours, this one need 50 minutes, this one will need 10 hours. So the higher are the rewards, the more time. So this is basically nothing. You don't have to worry about it at all. Just you need to send your awakened level fighters to different missions, and that's it, my friends. And when they will return, you will be having these amazing rewards like some APs, golds here. From here I'll be getting some capsules, some APs once again APs, tickets. Nothing a big deal, just just getting some rewards for free. So before I move to the guild difficulty they just have added, that is the Inferno difficulty, I would like to show you some more additions they did in our PvE content. And for example, let's just go to the let's say weekly battle card dungeon. And previously we had these levels up to tier 10, but now they have added these tiers 11, 12, 13 and 14 and 15. And for all of these tiers you will be having those usual rubies that we used to have. And let's say for tier 11, as you can see, you will be able to get 54 rubies for the first time clearing this tier. And of course you will need to spend 95 APs for that, and for other tiers you will need to spend APs like 100, 105, 110, and finally for the final 15 tier you will need to spend 115 APs. And of course you will be getting a lot of benefits, like beside having these rubies and all those card enhancing items, you will be having basically all this in-game cards available here, including the 3PGs. And as you can see, set cards, recent set cards like let me see, oh sorry, actually not set cards, I mistook these two cards as set cards, but they are special cards. But you can actually get basically any special card from the in-game characters. And of course the sets of the in-game sets that are available in the game, as you can see, the boss syndrome Rugal option card is also available here. But the thing is, this is totally random and you never know what you are going to get, but still it's a good addition and it will give you a lot of resources. Next let's just check out this let me just take you to the element advent. And for element advent, they I'm sorry, they haven't done anything here. I actually wanted to go the hall of element, and in the hall of element they have added a bunch of other stages. As you can see, a lot of stages, and previously we were allowed to play up to tier 25. Now we can play up to tier 33, and each of these stages will give you a lot of rubies. For example, tier 26 is going to give you 300 rubies. Of course, tier 27 same. Let's see the higher tier, same. So they have kept the amount of rubies same. I wish they have improved it, but they kept it same. But good thing is they have kept the ruby amount, the AP count almost the same, because previously we needed 70 APs to play on tier 25, and now for the final tier we need at least just 80 rubies, so 80 APs. So this is kind of marginal, so I am really happy that they kept it low. Now let me take you to the dungeons, for challenge dungeon and RHD. And here once again, previously we were allowed to play until tier 50, but now they have increased this tier up to tier 70, and they have introduced this awaken tier capsule 6 and 7. And of course, as you guys already are aware that now you can actually awaken your characters up to level 70. So this level 6 and 7 capsules will be used for awakening and leveling up your characters for more than 50, that is for 60 levels and level 70 you need these capsules. Now let's talk about the guild raid. And in guild they have actually added in the guild content, guild raid, they added this Inferno difficulty. And for Inferno difficulty the requirement is the vulnerability weakness, that is going to increase damage received when vulnerable, chilled and shocked. So they added this chill damage or the dot chilled as a requirement, but for some reasons today they are just play with starlight. And let me just show you in a quick succession. Let me just play this Inferno difficulty right now for a while so I can show you. And though the boss in this week is Geese, but today we are going to have to fight against Rugal, and he is going to be affected by starlight. And I'll show you that we can actually use this our usual gameplay against this boss right now until it changes. And I'll be using this starlight damage dealer chrysalid, good old chrysalid, which is just going to do pretty good. And as you can see, the thing is not really something super difficult or anything. I don't know, because this is going to be changed when the the chill thing will appear. I believe things will be changed, but as you can see, damage can be done without much problem. Let's see how far we can go. Oh boy, he's not even that hard, because this is probably actually not the real boss. Maybe the developer teams are still working on the actual boss and its dots, so they have just gave this guy for us to play. And just let me just show you that I'll just quit the game right now, just to show you that it is not very difficult at all. As you can see, within 1 minute I was able to do about 1 million or some damages. So let's just tap out, and I'm going to now show you the rewards, which is pretty decent in my opinion. Let me just show you. So you will need for the rewards, you will need 1250 million to get this final reward box, that is box number 11. And surprisingly, as you can see, this is box number 11, but the lower box than this is not 10, but it is box number 8 that we had previously. That is the same box, but in the box number 11, look at this reward, my friend, a BS generic memory. That means you actually had the chance to have a BS generic memory if you can open this box, and also all these previous rewards. And look at this, a SS generic memory. Wow, how cool is that? How cool is that, getting generic SS and BS memories beside all the other stuffs from the final box. So go ahead and play this Inferno mode and try to get this score and more in order to get this box. And of course the damage amount is bit high, but it is of course possible without any problem, I believe that. So my friends, I think the video has become a bit longer than I expected, because there was actually a lot of things to talk about, and still there is a lot of things to talk about, because I haven't able to unlock the special skills of Boss Syndrome Rugal and Orochi, and I don't really know how effective they are going to be. But as you are having those free 7,000 rubies, you should have to spend those rubies somewhere, and I would suggest that spend those free rubies in the character banner instead of card banner, because if you spend those rubies in the character banner, you will be able to unlock this amazing event. I'm sorry, I tapped it in the wrong place. I mean, you will be able to unlock this event. That is for this you need at least one character for this, and I do believe that with at least you need to level up your character to A1 or A2 in order to reach the final stage to get those summon tickets, and finally the Boss Syndrome Orochi memory. So I believe this is a pretty decent upgrade and update to the game. A lot of free rubies are there. By playing those battle card dungeon and those element dungeon, you will be getting a lot of rubies, of course, and you should save those rubies for the upcoming collaboration. So let me know what you think about this update. How are you enjoying this update? Are you summoning in this banner or not? Let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you guys soon in some other videos. Till then, stay awesome and peace out, my friends.